Honi Hachiman. I am back for the second day ever, so call me young, new, inexperienced, but today we will be visiting some various sites in Japan. I do not know where we are going, so expect it to be an adventure. Without further ado, let's get in there. But first, let me set something up. Hey, there we are. So, here we go. Today we will be using Matterport. I have seen it used to pretty great effect by Rem Kaneshibari of V4 Mirai. She's used it to view some different stores and stuff, but I've looked at the site myself and feel like there's a lot of opportunity for simulated travel. In any case, I think that looks pretty cool. All I've done is search for Japan, so we're definitely going to be getting right into kanji, which will lose me immediately. So I think that we'll start with Hikone Castle, see how that goes. Okay, so I feel like I may have seen this on YouTube before, and actually I feel like I see a problem right away, which is that all of the tips are also in Japanese. But as you can see, I know I'll have to figure it out later, but I wasn't able to get my cursor to show up, but Matterport does have the little circle for where I'm pointing my mouse, so at least we have that to work with. Let's take a look. So, I don't know, yeah, it's not going to be so nice as to be able to look in 360, but we do get to look at a bunch of different angles, and so right now we're looking at just stacked stone as a foundation for a castle. Let's see. Don't know if there's a good way to turn around. Okay. Yeah, I know that this is a tourist attraction. What are we doing? Watch your head. Watch your head. And, yeah, I believe that's the top kanji here. It's not mountain. It's close. Yeah, like I said, I took I used a web app for learning. I used Jouzu for about 6 to 8 months, pretty reliably every day, and got kind of started with kanji, but I think like a lot of people, I was having a lot of difficulty gaining traction learning kanji, especially without any guidance. In any case, I definitely would like to try it again. Just need to decide in what context I want to do it. Let's see. Ooh, okay. So I can scroll wheel in and out, which is pretty neat. So it looks like we're just in a giant hall here inside the castle. Lots of, looks like sliding doors. Yeah. Of course, looks like we have an exhibit here. I wonder if any keyboard. Oh, I can turn around. Okay. Left and right on the keyboard work. I wonder if there's a mouse control that will as well. Oh, okay. Yeah, just click and hold. Easy. Alright. So yeah, I can only imagine that the way they did Matterport was that they just took a camera that took a lot of pictures. Like I've seen like cameras like this used for showing homes for realty, but yeah, it looks like that's utilizing kind of the same sort of thing. It kind of distorts as I turn it, but it's still very neat. And I imagine that's like a blind spot on the camera, like right above it. Let's take a look here, see if it's the same. Yeah, I'm thinking we've got like a 360 camera, but it doesn't do shots straight up. Huh. In any case, like I think I'd love to visit these places someday. So this isn't the castle I was thinking about. The one I was thinking about was the one on Wacky Weekend with Chris Broad and Sea Dog VA, where they rented out a castle. This one looks a little less restored. Like the one they went to looked pretty pristine, and they made a whole show of it with costumes and activities and stuff, which I guess it has its appeal. I don't think it's necessarily for me. I don't think that that type of spectacle made for me really would make me happy. It would make me awkward, make me feel really awkward if people were putting on a show like that for me, where I'm a make-believe shogun. It's not necessarily a fantasy that I have, though. Let's see. Can we go upstairs? We can. Looked like it might have been roped off. Okay. Yeah, and true to the title, my Nihongo is not Jouzu enough for this. Like, if you give me hiragana and katakana, I might be able to sound it out, and of course, like, choice words, but, like, It's been long enough, and I don't use it frequently enough that I will even struggle with the hiragana and katakana with, like, remembering the sounds for each one. Like, I think I could probably still do a serviceable job of telling you what is hiragana and which is katakana. Man. Like, yeah, there's definitely stuff here. Hard to say what, though. But yeah, like, trees. So I think we might be on the top floor. Let's see if we can sneak out. Let's go. Ooh, we do have more. I wonder if this goes all the way to the roof, or anywhere you can see out the roof. Like, I feel like I could zoom out the window, but it's going to be really blurry. Yeah. It's hard to make out what's outside. Huh. I wonder if this place gets packed with tourists like some of the other bigger spots, some of the temples and stuff. I kind of doubt it, because those places are a lot more clean looking and picturesque. But I think this place is just neat as like as a relic. Love to go. But yeah, I think this might be our top floor. But of course I said that about the last one too. What is that? Is that an escape hatch? Oh man. Like, I don't know. That's the floor selector. View the dollhouse. Okay. So let's go back outside, actually. Let's jump over here. Yeah. Okay, so we're on the grounds. Wonder how many pictures they actually took out here. Ooh. I haven't really played around with Google Street View or with GeoGuessr yet, but I wonder how the pictures look, because like I've certainly seen them on streams and stuff, and I've seen this type of thing on streams too. But even so, I think that seeing it on my own screen does look better. I don't know if that's a testament to my monitor or to how well the streaming platforms handle, or just like what rate people are able to upload at. Because if it's to be believed, I can do 1080 60 with my current internet, which I don't know, looking at the Banjo Recompiled yesterday, it's well, there were a few things that I definitely didn't like about it. There was like one point where the internet definitely stuttered for a second, but also that I underestimated how big I should make my model on screen. Granted, what I've got right now would be kind of big for while playing a game. Maybe not for Banjo. Banjo might be able to do something close to this big if I slide closer to the right edge of the screen. Maybe. Yeah, I'd have to try out how that looks. As nuts as it is, I was looking at the mods page for that, and that some lad out there is making a first-person mod for Banjo where you can do all of your stuff in first person, which that seems like a really weird game to do that with. But I kind of want to see it too. I don't know, maybe play around with that, because I'm definitely going to be doing more of these test streams where I'm more more interested in trying things out and making them work than being entertaining. If I do catch somebody's attention just for being me, well, that's we'll cross that bridge when we get there. And if that's you, then hey, nice to meet you, and maybe we'll see each other live. But yeah, I think we're getting out front here. Yeah. Yeah, because we're definitely outside the castle wall. It's just, I don't know if this is one of the castles that got rebuilt after collapsing in an earthquake or anything, but it looks pretty good for standing the test of time. In fact, let's actually do a Wikipedia. We'll do Honi Castle. Edo period. Let's see. It was, well, controlled by, we want to know when it was built. Let's see. Land reclamation, but originally 1 kilometer from Lake Biwa due to land reclamation. But originally the castle was directly on the lake shore. So they moved it? Huh. Interesting. Yeah, built somewhere between 1603 and 1622. So yeah, this is a 400-year-old castle. Jeez. Anyway, that's cool. Let's see how far we're allowed to step away from it. See how it looks from a distance. Well, we can't even see the castle from here. It's just the walls. And so what? We've got vending machines. Yeah, I'm not planning to not be myself or anything. I just think that I'm going to be more enthusiastic or energetic. As it is right now, I'm just in a tired from work and still want to make good on what I said yesterday, which was that I want to do something on YouTube each day, and I do feel like I've done some things to improve. I tried a different position with my camera for hand tracking, but it doesn't really work with my computer desk. So it's probably going to be a different type of stream where I would be using my hand tracking, although I think these would be really good for hand tracking, like lots of opportunity to point and just like be fairly interactive, more than games, like where you're busy with the controller and all that. But I think that anything that's like just chatting or something that I can be far enough away from the camera to have reasonable hand tracking. In any case, I think we've seen what we're going to see of Honi Castle. we're going to go back to Japan. There's a search. And let's do hashtag Japan. So we're right back where we were. I am curious about this one because it's entirely different from where we just were. What? This looks like a thrift shop. Huh. Post Antique. Kiki. Oddswear? Kidswear. Kidswear Kiki. Huh. So, kids' clothing? Is that what we're looking at? I don't quite buy that. These are kids' clothes. Huh. What about that? Okay. It's weird but kind of cool that like a very cluttered, like off the beaten path store like this got photographed. Actually, oh, that's a mirror, and yes, you can see the camera looking right back at itself. So, yeah, it might be like those ones that they use for houses because it looks like it's a single lens and it probably rotates on there. Which I've certainly seen these where there's like blurry people who'd probably walked through the path of the thing and you know, makes them look kind of freaky, really. So this is actually the extent of this place. So, do you see anything you like? Because for me, well, I haven't seen anything that necessarily catches my attention, except maybe these red shoes down there look alright. Same, those are pretty retro. Which really, that's what this store looks like. It's either like very retro or used, or both. Huh. Okay, going back. Let's continue our odyssey. This looks like it could be a museum. Or a music store, or both. Definitely some old looking stuff. The shamisen looks like a, I'm not even sure what you'd call it. Looks like a pipe organ in a box if it has a keyboard. Or, you know, that might be an organ grinder. Huh. Cool. But also, like, some really big festival drums. Can we move? We can move a little bit. You know, that drum is, well, I guess it's just that it's on a carriage, but for towing, but looks like a cannon. I don't know about you, but I think I like this store more than the other one. I'm not a musician, but I think that some of these antique instruments are cool. you add to it that not only do they have like antique instruments that you get into some of your stuff that you see in shows or Japanese media. What is that? What is that? Huh. It's cool and ornately decorated. It looks like they have a display here that maybe in life gives you a better idea of what it is. Oh wait, hang on. Old acquaintance be forgot. Oh, that's neat. Things like a paper music box. Oh, I like that. That's neat. Okay, we've got some brass. That's pretty ornate as well. Can we see the front? Yeah, that's neat. I don't really know what makes an organ over a piano, but I do know that at least some organs that I've seen have had the dual layer keys like that. Huh. Okay, so that's about as far over there as it's going to let us go. Well, neat. I like that for as small as that was. It's nice and focused. See what it is. What is this? Alright, this is a bigger place. Big river or canal. I don't know if Japan got into the whole canal thing. Yeah, other than like half the kanji for brother. Then there's I'm too far gone on a lot of this, but we've got no and to in the title. Once again, can't forget that you can't see my cursor in the video. As far as I can tell, I'll have to see after the fact, but I think you currently can't see it. Which, like, this and Hakone Castle were kind of what I thought I would see when clicking around on here. Is that I'd see some places that are a little more historic. That or just picturesque, which I did see one thumbnail, which may be the last one after this one, that looks like it's on a beach or at a beach resort. Okay. So I think we're at the edge here. We can go up the river. Huh. Interesting. Like, it seems weird, but it's like like these look like they're ceramic pipes or metal, maybe. They're like sliced bamboo in design, and maybe they're decorative, but I was originally thinking that there might be like a pipe under here and that those might be like for drainage, but that seems unlikely. Huh. Like that it wouldn't be enough to like counteract a flood if this place was flooding. Huh. I mean, they certainly made the waterside path ornately paved. Tile and stone. But you know, without the title, I'm not sure what the key feature of this place is, which it may be the river. Of course, we've had this wall the whole way around, so there may be something beyond it. And we do have the very characteristic tropical tree. Okay. Picture the place at night and in the morning. Neat. Is that a particular angle they're looking at? Huh. Yeah, I'm not sure if I already said it, but yeah, I was playing around a little bit with making some different scenes, so you know, as yeah, I'll just pop into them for a second here. Got just chatting, but that also is going to be a different scene in Wordo. We'll get that fixed up. You know, once yeah, kick us out of the void. I also played with adding background music, and also, of course, the playing around. So, you know. And until just now, I realized that I had gone to efforts to switch off all mics for the Be Right Back and Starting Soon, and I'll check in the recordings to make sure that I did everything right on that front. In any case, let's continue our river walk here. It's again very, very old looking, and actually kind of different from a lot of the images you see of Japan. Yeah. Maybe later on my own or at a different time I'll maybe play around here on some place that's English language, and then see if all these tips and stuff are worthwhile, or if they're ads. They could be ads, but I think that they're equally useful if they identify what you're looking at. Memorial and a boat. Huh. Interesting. And once again, we're someplace pretty old with boats and gravel. And what I can only imagine are shops. Although with my very rudimentary Japanese, like the shop names I know are Supa for supermarket, and there is also just more or less any word plus ya means shop, that type of shop. So like Sakanaya would be like a fishmonger. Stuff like that. Okay. So, either I'm at the end of the line, or I'm just not going someplace I'm allowed to go. Maybe at the end of the line here. What about the other side of the bridge? No? Let's take a look at the map. Okay, because I believe we started down here. Did we make it all the way over here? Yeah. What about over here? That's off the water. Oh. Neat. So just like thinking out loud here, I've been kind of taking notes in my spare time of just like thinking about a piece of media, and then like how would I structure a week around it. So like say for instance, you wanted to say like the Fast and the Furious as your like media concept there. Then what do you have? You have like you have ideas that would naturally include cars, maybe crime, maybe gangs, maybe family. that's the tired joke. Sorry, low hanging. But in any case, like that, linking streams together as kind of a theme just sounds like a fun way to do things to me. That you just have some like synergy over the course of a week. Of course, like nothing long term, because like anything, well, even if it is something long term, it's going to be something where like the individual pieces are not necessary for each other. Otherwise, you like I've heard it from various streamers, but specifically CDog VA, that he doesn't want to do long form content, or if it is something long term, he will marathon it. Which honestly, even without thinking about him, that's something that a friend and I used to do in college, which is we would have ourselves like a RPG weekend where we would pick out a PS2 or PS1 JRPG, and we would like clear it over the course of a weekend. Yeah, those times were pretty fun, and got to play some good and some bad, and really just like opened up my level of exposure to a genre I already really liked. which unfortunately, like JRPGs, for the reasons stated before, are not a great long-term thing. Now, Sea-Dog has proven that he can do it, where he will do the same thing that I used to do. He'll beat like a Final Fantasy game over the course of a weekend. In fact, like I didn't watch much of it, but like games like Elden Ring and stuff that are like upwards of like 80 hours or more, he even did those. But I don't know how those go. I guess it depends on your community, or how and even if it is good for your community, how interested in connecting with new people are you at any given time? Because like I don't like committing to absolutes, but if you asked me to name a favorite game series, it would be the Trails series. That being like Trails in the Sky, Trails from Zero, Trails of Cold Steel, Trails Through Daybreak. Yeah. All just one big interconnected story, and kind of the anti-stream series. But for personal investment, I've been with that one for a long time. Okay, let's go to the beach. Yeah, those look like some hotels, and yeah, that map is sand. So, how I said before, the character was almost mountain. Actually, that's not quite mountain either, just because of the little hanging chad on the end there. Oh boy, is this covered in footprints. And once again, don't really know where this is, but can figure it out. Just a fun fact, anything that I have as a background music, which I've currently got it as a loop of a single song. It is not in my ears, so I'm having to play the music independently through Windows Media Player. So, at a glance, it could be, but I don't think it is. It's at least not as picturesque as Okinawa as I've seen in pictures. But you've certainly got the big hotels. Huh. I don't know, may throw that up in this, throw the title in a search bar, see where we are. You can get I would place money that we are in southern Japan, but yeah, who could say? I wonder what the whole net business is. Because I've seen like the stones like that before, the stone border, like leading down into the beach. I mean, I've seen that on rivers and on lakes. This is the ocean. Like places I've been that haven't been on the ocean, they tend to have like boardwalks leading out, and most of the time they're trying to preserve the dunes on the way, so we wouldn't have like a man-made barrier like that. It's normally the natural brush and built-up sand dunes with like a raised wooden walkway through it. So as pretty as this is, I don't think there's actually a lot of space that we can go here. So yeah, we're already at the end here. We started down here, and there are no landmarks. Okay, yeah, we'll pop this name into a search engine, see what comes up. Let's see, just comparing characters here. Let's see. We've got a Wikipedia article. Goodwill Beach City relationship. At least one picture fits. Those fences lit up. Maybe not the same. Huh. Yeah, well, in any case, yeah. Once again, I do get self-conscious about my own verbal tics, so I am already learning that in any case is going to be one that I am going to be cutting down drastically on. So let's just change scenes again. And here we are, back at the bar. I am waving my hands around as if I have hand tracking because I wanted to make you a drink, if not have one myself. But it has been a pleasure to hang out with Honi Hachiman, the man himself, and talking to Honi Hachiman. If you're here for the ride, I am once again impressed and honored that you would stick around or put me on in the background or anything. And hopefully we will meet again at a live stream. I'm going to continue my current goal, which is to just do something on YouTube each day and see what I can do to get better. So until then, bye, 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 bye.